So Overwatch 2 reportedly will not release in 2021. New heroes unlikely. I said a year ago that Overwatch 2 is likely in development hell, but those attitudes seem to sift away from that over the past couple of months. But now, according to this new report, the game will not be releasing in 2021. This is basically a problem of game development nowadays already. Games are just delayed and delayed because they want to perfect the games, and some of these times it doesn't work. So there were many games that have been delayed because if we delay the game instead of rushing it, it will be better. But it always doesn't work like that. There are many games that have been delayed multiple times. Okay, there are games that have been delayed for a decade and still turn out being awful. Duke Nukem Forever is one of those types of games, and some more recent examples as well. Okay, it seems that the game development has basically become very, very, very hard to make games. Okay, I think once AI is created or something, like AI can help with making games and stuff, it will be much easier to develop games. But and the same thing with film and entertainment too. Wonder Woman 1984 delayed so many times, now it's basically garbage. Okay, Overwatch 2 has been delayed. Was delayed because it's likely delayed because of COVID. Okay, we all know that's part of the reason why. But there are people saying that Overwatch 2 will have a beta coming soon or something like that, and you don't have to worry about the health of the Overwatch community. The game will be coming soon. Well, tell that to Metroid fans. Metroid Prime 4 was announced in 2017. 4 years later, no information about Metroid Prime 4 at all. Again, Metroid Prime 4 is an extreme example of those types of games where they announce a game and they just never complete it. Agent is another one, a PS3 exclusive. There's still zero updates. The game is likely canceled at this point. Okay, Prey 2, a game that was on development hell, but they just said, okay, you got us, we're canceling the game. Okay, Overwatch 2 will not release in 2021. They will not release it in 2021 according to this rumor. But again, they said the development is proceeding very, very slowly. Kind of like several other games like I mentioned here. The Last of Us Part 2, Cyberpunk 2077, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is only one part of the game. Okay? There's a ton of games with very slow development as well. And they say there were potentially some good news that there could be some new heroes coming out to pass people on over, because, of course, if developers going slow, developers wait for a bone and form a new hero or a new map, essentially, so we can have something new in the game. Again, I actually don't really see the point of making a sequel. Minecraft doesn't need a sequel, and Minecraft's still going as well as possible. I think. But again, unlike the Minecraft developers, most developers see sequels. Hey, you know what? We gotta make a sequel. We gotta make it more money. Games come with franchise. Okay, Titanfall is one of them. Okay, Titanfall didn't really need a sequel. Okay, they could just easily add a story mode, but most developers don't take that approach. Most indie developers don't. Even most indie developers take that approach. If a game is successful, for example, Hollow Knight, they're gonna make a sequel. Final Fantasy, they made 4 games in a year. They made 4 games in 1 year. Okay? And, no, not every developer is going to take the Minecraft approach to games and just not release a sequel and just release updates and new features over time. So, do you believe that Overwatch 2 is in major trouble like I said a year ago? I said a year ago that Overwatch 2 may not be coming out for a while. And maybe like Metroid Prime 4, and the development is going very, very slowly or even in massive trouble. And it's just proof that the demand for sequels is just absolutely just the problem. Goodbye.